What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another P4W prediction video. It's myself, Secco, and today I'm going to be giving you the rundown of NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool. As always, I don't have the match order, but what I do have is the list of matches, so in no particular order, I'm going to give you them and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win. So first off, we have Rhea Ripley, which is the champion, versus Toni Storm in an NXT UK Women's Championship match. Now, this is a rivalry that's been building for a while. They had a great match when they were crowning the NXT Women's Championship. Due to the viciousness and the attack that Ripley actually gave Toni Storm, Storm's finishing maneuver wouldn't have been as powerful as it was, and because of that, Ripley won the match. Since then, Toni Storm has just been dominant. She's just been a hell of a competitor, and she won the Mae Young Classics of last year. And now that she has the opportunity to take on whoever she wanted as a women's champion, and she picked Rhea Ripley, and I think this match is going to be amazing. I think just by the build and stuff and the character, Rhea Ripley's doing a great job being a champion, but I do believe that I think everyone is behind Toni Storm. So yeah, I can see Toni Storm winning this match. Next up, we have the NXT UK Tag Team Championship and Finals. Basically, there was a tournament for vacant NXT UK Tag Team titles, the titles look beautiful. It was a tournament to basically determine who's going to be in the final, and it got whittled down to Moustache Mountain and Grizzled Young Vets, or GYV. Now, this match can go either way. I'm a big Moustache Mountain fan. I'm not a big fan of Grizzled Young Veterans, but both of them have got tag team experience. Moustache Mountain, I feel like, have that slight edge for some reason. I feel like every match that they put on, especially with going against people like the Undisputed Era, I feel like they know that if they can compete with them and almost win, I feel like they've got more chance of having the NXT UK Tag Team titles in the bag, and they're going to win it. So just for that reason alone, I'm going with Moustache Mountain. Next up, we have Travis Banks versus Jordan Devlin. Now, this match could steal the show. A lot of people may disagree, but both of these guys are just amazing. And I can literally I really believe that they could steal the show. Just to build up for both guys. For example, Jordan Devlin came into NXT UK, and he win after win after win after win. The guy, he just looks amazing. Okay, yes, on the other hand, Banks did suffer a beatdown. However, he come back and it looks better than when he went. So these two in the ring together I think it's going to be magic. It's really hard to put a call on who I think is going to win, but just because the way he's been racking up the victories, and he took Pete Dunn to the absolute limit in the match, I've got to go with Jordan Devlin, and I believe he's going to go after that NXT UK Championship again. Straight after. That's my call. So yeah, Jordan Devlin for the win. Next, we've got Bomber Dave Mastiff versus Eddie Dennis in a no disqualification match. Now, this is a rivalry that I've actually really enjoyed. It started off with one match with Mastiff being victorious, and then after that, hell broke loose. Just beatdowns, just attacks in locker rooms, as attacks during interviews, as beatdowns. The guys, both of them, are just taking each other to limits that, is unseen at the moment in NXT UK. Both of these guys look like solid competitors. Both of these guys look strong, and both of them look ready to literally knock each other their head out. I really don't know how to call it. I really don't know who to call for. I feel like Eddie Dennis, if he does it, I feel like if Eddie Dennis is the one that takes the victory here, then it's just going to continue to build this rivalry, and I think they'll have an even better match in the next time. Probably, I know it's really hard to call. Do you know what? I'm going with Eddie Dennis. I feel like with that happening, it's going to be a bigger upset, and I feel like the rivalry will continue because of that. I feel like if Mastiff won, Eddie Dennis will kind of retreat a little bit. Maybe he'd attack him a little bit later on. But if Dennis wins, Mastiff will not give. It will just go again for him. So and it will keep this rivalry nice and building, and put more fuel on the fire if Dennis does win. So yeah, for that reason alone, Eddie Dennis is my winner. And the only match on the card that I know full well is going to be the main event is the WWE United Kingdom Championship match, which is Pete Dunn as champion versus Joe Coffey. Now, Pete Dunn, just by my calculations and a website that I'm not going to promote because we're not getting paid for it, Pete Dunn on Saturday would have held the title for 602 days. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. If we give that a rundown, that's 866,880 minutes. That incredible, like absolutely incredible. The guy is something else. And do you know what? At first, I was not a Pete Dunne fan. I didn't like him. I didn't like his character. I didn't like his look. But he has grown on me so much that I take back everything I ever said on the P4W page about Pete Dunne. The guy is absolutely amazing. And I believe that Joe could be the person to dethrone him and take that title. Like I said, 602 days, stupid amount of hours if I give you all the rundown of all the statistics. The problem is, when you're a champion for that long, someone's going to come along and take it away from you. And I believe Saturday, Joe will take that title from Pete Dunne. Everyone has to be dethroned. Records, okay, he's got his record. His record will stand there for a while. Unfortunately, we know records are made to be broken. And I feel like Joe's going to be the party pooper here, and I feel like he's going to be the one to ruin this reign. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, let's look at it, for example. Pete Dunne's been undefeated for, like 600 plus days. Dunne could be undefeated again. Like, they could extend it for a little bit longer and maybe have him drop the title in an NXT show. However, the reason why I would like to see Dunne drop the title is because I'd like to see him actually go to NXT and go against people like Ricochet for the North American Championship, compete against people like Ciampa for the NXT Championship title. I mean, can you imagine Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa? Just, what a match that would be. It builds them. And I believe Dunne has done, I think he's already done what he needs to do with this title. The only thing he can do is go up to another level, and that's to go for things like the North American and the NXT Championship. And that's the only reason that I want Pete Dunne to lose. But at the same time, if Joe Coffey could dethrone Pete Dunne, it would build Joe so quickly because he just ended a 602-day reign. Not only will it make him look solid, as in he beat the title, like he beat the championship holder, right, and he's gained his title, but look at what he already brings to the matches anyway. The guy has brute force. He's a great in-ring competitor. The guy is naturally gifted. He has great technique, and he looks like a beast in his matches. I generally believe that he could be the person to dethrone Pete Dunne. You have to look at it. Not only do I believe that Pete Dunne can then be elevated up to the NXT division itself, but this actually helps elevate both guys. With Joe winning, this elevates Pete Dunne to NXT, and this also elevates Joe himself to be even more of a dominant force and even a harder task to beat the NXT UK champion. So for that reason, Joe's going to win. And that's my predictions. If you agree or disagree, stick it in the comment section below. Give it a thumbs up and share this video around. There's a couple ways that you can support us. If you go over to www.passion4wrestling.com, that's our official website. There's going to have articles in there. We've got tons of information. We've got all different things keeping you up to date on all sorts of wrestling news. The AEW news is actually going on right now, which we all cannot wait for. And then if you already think that we're finished with wrestling information, then you're far from wrong. If you go over to our Facebook, which is P4 Wrestling, and go over to our Twitter, which is P4 Wrestling, our Instagram, which is P4 Wrestling, you got more information on there, interactive games from us that you can enjoy, tons of posts from all different admins, and basically just enjoy yourself and have a good time. Come onto the pages, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, share it around, tell your best friend, tell your best friend's dog for all I care. If he wants to subscribe, that's extra for us, and that's an extra follower for us on the pages. That's myself, Secco, out, and peace.